So Boomtown is, in my opinion, one of the best CRMs that you can use as a salesperson. Definitely the top rated tool as a real estate agent. So everybody in here is logged in their Boomtown, right? Has anybody used Boomtown yet to generate leads, generate business, follow up with your leads, all that? Sweet. So your CRM is your customer relationship management software. It's to help manage your database. You add all of your leads into it, everything like that. So this is what it looks like on your home screen. Some of you have a lot of leads, some of you don't have any, but you have all these different tags that you can tag people with. And if you want to just do it right here, you can switch it right here. So you have qualified, hot, nurture, watch, pending, closed, archive, trash. You cannot delete a lead in Boomtown. Boomtown does this to protect your database. So that way we can't have duplicate leads in the company. So very simple. When you're getting started setting your Boomtown up, you'll see all of these different options here. If you are switching companies and you have to do a bulk import, I'll show you how to do that here in a second, but we're just going to go add a lead real quick. So this is where you can go in. We'll misspell my name because I already have a account, but we'll just put Cam Corlew. We'll just add something zzz@gmail.com, not happy face. Real simple. You just enter your first name, last name, the email address. There's a phone number. You can actually leave this blank, but you will need an email address. If you add a lead, it'll send them an automatic email welcoming them to like your website. It'll have your link, and then it'll have a hyperlink for them to click and go set up their account so they can actually get on your Boomtown website and search properties and all the MLSs we're part of. So,
or if you're uploading like your sphere of influence, you could always uncheck.
Yeah. Yep. So it's a really quick, easy, just uncheck. But just leave that there. You enter the phone number, phone description. Is this a mobile? What is it? And then you can also do it like that too. And then lead description, that's actually going to describe somebody. So if you're adding them, you know, they're looking for, let's say, a 3-bed, 2-bath under 300,000 in Rutherford County in the Blackman school zones. You can actually leave that there. And when you pull up the lead profile, it'll be at the very top. So it helps you stay organized on that. Is lead in Canada. What I highly recommend is if you know their address, put that in there because it can actually help you if you're going to do like any mailers or direct mailers. It keeps all of that organized for you, and it'll syndicate to like if you use Boomerang or any other mailing service like that. So cool part is it can also, what's the source? Where did this lead come from? And it's got all of these different sources in here. A lot of times you're probably going to put referral or sphere of influence. They have referral right here. Or if you got it from like a referral group, then you also have your sphere of influence down here. So you can actually track where your leads come from. So if you have like referral partners and you want to make sure that you're sending everybody business, you can go back up to referral exchange. And then on the lead description, right, this referral came from this lender, this title company, this inspector, wherever it came from. So, and that's going to be under your lead source down here. And then you want to make sure it's assigned to you. And then if you have a lender that you're partnered with or anything, you can actually add a lender to it as well. And then it'll also ask you the lead type. Once you get done, you'll click add lead. And so here pulls up the profile. So here's the back end of all this. And so you'll see this got kicked back. It's a bad email. So if you add a lead with a bad email, it's going to let you know. Here's a really cool feature over here. It's all these different things. So lender, you can assign to it the address, birthday, if you want to keep up with everybody's birthday, because you can actually filter leads as well. So if you want to wish everybody a happy birthday, you filter by birthday, and it'll pull up everybody's birthday for the day. So I'll show you how to do that here in a second. But you have all of these different notes over here, and I'll show you a more in-depth lead of like that's actually looking, but you have all of these different things for the history. You can click e-alerts. Cool thing about Boomtown is we send out properties through our website. So you can actually see what properties is being sent to this lead, and they can actually heart and favorite them, and you can see which ones are their favorites. So, and setting up an e-alert is really easy. You can get to it from down here under your drip campaigns on e-alerts, or you can go to searches. So we don't have any saved searches yet. So we can go back to summary, it'll load. And so you've got two different e-alerts here. You have a system e-alert and a blank e-alert. Fun thing is we're actually generating company leads now. So people actually get on our website, register, and round robins out to all of them. So they'll be searching for houses. If you haven't spoken to this person or haven't been able to gather enough information to find out what they're actually looking for, you can just click system e-alert, and the algorithm will set them up automatically on a search based off what they've been looking at. So it saves you a little bit of time. It's just a couple clicks of the button. If you have spoken to this person, this is somebody you're actively working with, and you want to set them up on a quick search, click blank e-alert. It'll pull up this cool map. You go to location tags, and then you can search by area, city, county, zip code, neighborhood, school system, school district, right? So let's say you've got somebody searching in Rutherford County. Normally it's perfect. There we go. So we can search by county. We'll type in Rutherford, if I could spell right. So Rutherford County, Tennessee. There we go. All right. So let's say they're searching for anything under 300,000. So we know single family, townhome, condos, they're good with. It does it in increments of thousands. So if they're under 300,000, you'll type in 300 right here. Okay. And then let's say they're wanting at least 3 bedrooms, at least 1 bathroom, at least 1,200 square feet. Let's say they want a 1-car garage. They don't care about any of this other stuff. And then this is where you get into the features. So let's say they're wanting a pool or a community pool. Let's say they don't care about any of that other stuff. Let's say they want a ranch, right? You can click that. So you can make this really specific. The cool thing is you got buyer and seller e-alert. You can put keywords in. So no HOA, which that's actually one of the selections up there. But let's say they want an in-ground pool with a fence. That's where you can type in keywords and everything. This is the email subject. This will show up in every single email. My piece of advice, like if John, you were wanting to send somebody, I'd put homes for Barbara from John. So that way they know who it's all coming from.
And that happens every single one for that lead.
Correct. Yeah. So anything that comes up that is in that search parameter. So and it's actually linked with RealTracs, the Greater Smoky, Paragon, Flex, and any of the other MLSs that we're a part of. So anytime those systems get new listings coming soon, it updates this IDX site. So you can actually set it up to where if it instantly hits the market, so let's say something hits the market in the middle of the day, your client's going to get an email immediately. And Boomtown updates probably like every 3 to 5 minutes. It's very quick. So it's going to send it out as quick as RealTracs does. And you can also select, what kind of listings, active, price sold. If you've got a seller and you want to keep them up to date, you can put under contract or sold so they can get a general idea of what their house might be worth when they're ready to sell it in a couple of months. You can actually run all of this off that. If you have somebody that's just looking and they're not, exactly ready to pull the trigger yet, they just want to get an idea, you can set them up on like a daily, twice a week, weekly, twice a month. So you can kind of control the frequency of which the listings are sent out.
I like with searches and stuff is if you set it up exactly what they're looking for and then hit save, but if there's nothing, then you start going a little bit more broad because some agents don't input all these different keywords or basement, pool, brick. So you could always start very fine details and then kind of get more broad if nothing pops up.
Yep. And the nice part is you can search anything too. It's not just bound to houses. I mean, you can look at buildings, apartment complexes, anything that's going to hit our MLS, you can actually search it on Boomtown. So that's the cool part. So once we get done, we'll go to the very bottom. We'll click Save Search. Or we need an email subject. So we'll click Save Search. Oh, wait, I don't have a valid email. But if I had a valid email, it would say Save Search. If they have a spouse that doesn't want their own profile, if they have a significant other, if they've got a friend they're buying with, you can actually add that to the search and you just add that email there. And you put a description, you click Save, and then it'll save it. And then you don't even have to create that person's profile. So that's your e-alert. That's all under the profile. And you can find that under searches as well. So let's pull up a lead real quick that they buyer. Let me find a buyer lead real quick.
What about that Eric Brown, the very first one?
Yeah. Oh, hey, that's my dad.
Hey, perfect. Right here. Sweet.
No, those are also my people.
Perfect. So your people are looking at stuff.
Yeah, I know. They have been for a year.
Sounds about right.
They don't like to buy.
That sounds about right. So cool part is though, is you can see exactly what's being sent. So like one new, one price reduced, you click that, it'll pull up the screen. Boom. So you can actually see which properties are being sent.
Can you go, I'm sorry, can you do that one more time exactly?
Of course. Yep. So we'll go back over here to the lead profile. And it's over here under summary. So if I take that away, it'll take all of those e-alerts away. So that's under your history bar right here with your notes. Look, e-alerts, all of that stuff comes up. And then to see what got sent to them, you'll click this little hyperlink. And I'll pull it over and you can see what properties were sent to them. So you can call them and say, hey, did you get the houses that I sent you this morning? You didn't send it to them. The website did. But it looks like it came from you. So.
Question on Zoom. I'm trying to think too. Will it also show FSBOs?
No.
I don't think so.
Nope, it won't. FSBOs are not listed on the MLS. Boomtown and Zillow, I don't know how friendly they are with one another or forsalebyowner.com, but no. Now, you can go get a FSBO link off Zillow and email it to them through Boomtown. So, and I'll show you how to do that here in a second, but I want to do that on my personal one. I don't want to mess with his database. But cool part is she can actually track how often she talks to this lead. So let's say Hannah calls John and Abby today. Let's say she talks to them. She can click talk to prospect, and then you can actually take notes on your phone call. Right? So talk to them today. They told me they're never going to buy a house and that they hate me and I'm the worst realtor ever. You can write that there. Or they could say they love me to death. They referred these people to me. You can put that there. Right? You can also set a follow-up form, and you can actually select a day, and then it'll actually, when you pull that up, let's say Hannah wants to follow up with them in 2025 because these people are never going to buy a house, right? So let's say August 13th, follow up, and then optional details. You can take notes on what you want to talk to them about there, right? So that's your phone call. You can put left message. What did your voicemail say? You can write that in there. Call attempt, no answer, no message, because nobody wants to talk to anybody. If they called and screamed at you and told you to never talk to them again, you can say they opted out. And if they changed their number and never told you, you can put wrong number, right?
And if I remember correctly, it might have changed. If you select the opt out or the wrong number, you cannot ever undo that.
You can only undo it once.
Okay.
So if you opt out somebody from text message or anything, you get one more chance with them. You have to send them a link. And I think we have to do that from an admin profile. So you have to reach out to us. We have to send them a link. And if they do it again, there's no coming back. We'd have to create them a whole new profile and everything. So another thing that you can do though, send them a text message. So if you didn't feel like talking to them, you can text it out. One cool thing, we have templates, right?
Doesn't this have like a text unsubscribe at the bottom of it when you send from the system?
Yes, ma'am.
I think it's the first one, right?
So it's the first one, and if they don't respond, I think it's like the 6th or 7th one that you send them. It'll send it again, like, hey, if you don't want to talk to me, tell me to stop. So, but you have all these different ones, right? So let's say, hey, have you checked everything out? Hi, John and Abby. Did you get my email yesterday with your free account to ZachTaylorRealEstate.com? Reply and I can give you access. Right? And if they didn't, you can always resend the invite, which these people have accepted. Your resend invite is going to be right here. And you just click that button, it'll resend them the email, and it'll log them back in. So let's say you had a meeting with these people. You had a buyer meeting or a seller meeting with them. You can take notes, right? Cool part, you can plug it all in. Hey, you know, they have a house to sell. It's a 4-bed, 3-bath, 3,000 square foot house, triple black men, best house in the whole freaking world right now, right? So you can keep all of that stuff in here. Once you add the note will go down here. So we'll take that away. Yep, like you can put here, lead note, and you can actually pull it up. You can, and then if it's like an important note, that description I was telling you about earlier, put it up here. So as soon as you pull the note, or as soon as you pull their profile up, you can see the notes right here, and you don't even have to scroll. It's the best thing ever. Sweet. If you are adding a lot of leads, this is something I want to touch on, especially people that are switching companies, and you have a whole database that you have to export and import. It's very easy to import to Boomtown. So I actually already have the profile pulled up, or the other tab pulled up, but you'll click support and you'll click that first button right there, the help portal. That's going to take you over to this tab. To do a bulk import, you need at least 25 leads on a CSV file. So you'll go to imports here. The way you need to have the CSV Excel spreadsheet organized is first name, last name, email address, phone number, and then if you have notes with them, notes. And Boomtown's going to put all that in there for you. So you'll want to enter your email in for a follow-up. So for this case, we'll put Zach Rice at gmail.com. It needs a Boomtown website, so you can put your website in there. So to find that, you'll go over here to your profile. You'll pull it down. You'll click the very bottom one, open my website, copy and paste that, because you'll have your own URL that goes straight to your website. So you'll copy and paste that URL. Apparently, I don't know how do you paste on here? Well,
Press and hold.
I made that.
You have to jump while you do it.
There we go. So is this lead in Canada, or are these leads in Canada? Make sure to click no on that. Then assign leads to a specific agent. So you want to make sure that you assign it to yourself, because if not, you're going to call us, and which we can fix it real quick. That's an easy fix, but you want to make sure you assign it to yourself. And then if you want to add it to a lender, you can click add specific lender, add it there, or you can do auto assign. I always put, when I would do my bulk imports, no lender. Click next. What do you want to mark these as? They're all going to come into your profile. My biggest piece of advice is I would mark them all as qualified. Right? Make it real simple, real easy, and then you can go in and change all the tags whenever they get imported. It takes about 24 to 48 hours for Boomtown to import all your leads. So What type of leads are they? You're probably going to have a mix of buyer and seller. So they auto start. So keep that in mind. I would just click buyer because then you can go through and change everything. Then source to imports leads, you'll use import, click there, and then you'll choose a file and it'll pop up from your computer what the file is.
So when you do the Zillow, Facebook, no, it's not Facebook, for sale owner, can you make a list of them and import them?
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah, think of Boomtown as your phone contacts, just in a central location that's 10 times better for following up.
Makes it, yeah. You can automate this. I'm going to show you how to automate it today. And you can actually customize drip campaigns, which there's already pre-built drip campaigns. I'll get into that after I finish this. But once you upload the file, you'll click this little nifty-difty checkbox and then click submit form. It'll send it over to Boomtown, and then all your leads will be in your database 24, 48 hours. So go ahead and pop off that screen. Come back over here to find that. You just go to help portal, and then imports is on the very far right. So we'll go over one more time. Thing load, you'll click that button right there to the far right. So go back here. So coolest thing ever, drip campaigns. Let's go find a trash lead that, is there anybody that's opted out that I can't mess up? Boomtown test, here we go. So you have this little nifty diffy teardrop, you can click add plan. So you've got all of these different drip campaigns. If you want to know what it looks like, you can click preview. I'll come over here and it'll tell you as soon as you start this campaign, it's going to wait 2 hours and it's going to send it an email. Hey, so-and-so, I've tried to call you at the number you registered with, but I've had no luck reaching you. Is there a better number to reach you at? And it'll send them that email. They don't respond to that. It'll wait another 4 days. It'll send them this email. They don't respond to that, so on and so forth. And this one has a 4 email plan. So you can see how many emails and how that plan works.
But you have to set that. It doesn't automatically happen, right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
You can set it up that when somebody registers on your site, it pings them automatically. You can do that.
Yeah, you can do that. But if you don't have that, you have to set it up yourself. And to set that part up, we'll go to our settings. Where's my settings? Over here. Do we have to do it under ours, or can I do it under? Oh, there we go. So you'll come over to this screen and it will give you the option.
Which one was that?
You go to your profile. Okay. Yep. Disable daily insights. I think we might actually have to do it through the admin where we go through. I'm trying to remember where it was at to turn that on. Where's this? There should be like a setting down here that you go to. There's a way to turn that on, and I'm having a brain fart right now. Oh, yeah, we can do it right here. So you'll go to your profile, you'll have a little bit different, and then you'll go to lead email settings, and you can change everything from in there. So that is how to add a lead. Take notes, do all of that, set them up on a search. Who here has used a drip campaign that's just pre-built on Boomtown? Don't sleep on those. I've closed deals off the pre-built drip campaigns. Bad number, 14-day plan. There's a lot of them. If you want to make your own, this is where Boomtown gets really cool because you can actually customize what you send out to everybody. So that's text message, emails that are direct, and then you can actually set up to-dos on your drip campaigns and set yourself a reminder to call this person and what to talk to them about. So if you want to create your own smart drip campaign, you'll come over here to marketing. So let's say you want to do an email campaign. Come over here to email templates. And what you'll do is you'll create a new template, right? What's the name of this template going to be? We'll just use test for right now. My templates, and you can actually share it with the company or just keep it to yourself. You can hide it from the drop down. So email subject, you can type in the subject. For this one, we'll just put test 1. And you can go through and write your email. So whatever you want to start that with. My recommendation is provide something of value and a call to action to use your website. So that might be a market update. That might be highlighting a local business. That might be highlighting something to do locally. There's so many different things that you can factor into your email settings, but we'll just put test 1 for this one. And you can also add hyperlinks and things like that in here if you've got different type of marketing materials. Where is the ad? Oh, I made it mad at me. Okay. There should be a way to add an attachment. There's usually a button down here where you can add an attachment. I don't know if I can do it on you right now. But type it in, create the email template. It'll actually save. And so let's say you have 5 or 6 emails written out and you want to go to a smart drip plan. So what you'll do is it'll pull it up to this, add a new plan. So the cool thing is the very first one, you'll click send email, send message type, and then I can come down here to, nope, change it. So it'll be down here, so test, right? So there's your email that you just created. And you'll just do that. And then, so let's say the next one, you want to send another email. So let's say you named it test 2, right? So there's another one. And then you can actually do this and you can set how often you want it to send. So let's say you want to wait 5 days. And then here, put 5 days. Then the system will wait 5 days before they send it. You can change it to weeks and months. So if you want to do a 12-month plan, 1 email a month, come over here, read that, and click month. So this one will send immediately, and then the second email will send a month from that person.
And then going back to John's question a little bit, where it says start, it says auto start on category. So you could have it auto start because it says new.
Oh, yeah.
So like if you have someone closed, you could have a custom drip.
Right.
So as soon as somebody, like you've changed their tag to new, boom, this whole thing kicks off.
Yep. So like, let's say you want to do a follow-up, like you said, for a closed lead. Let's say 30 days after closing, you wanted to send them a custom email. You can send them a custom email that's like, congratulations on your closing. Let me know if you need help with anything. I'm always here. Right. And then you can set them up on a 12-month, however long you want it to be. You could create a 20,000 year drip campaign if you wanted to. Wouldn't recommend that, but you could. And then, like Zach said, you can do it by tag or you can do none, and it just does it for everybody that you put it on. Right. And then you can also do from source. But... Okay, so let's take emails out. Let me show you about text message and then integrating both of those. So let's say you want to factor in text messages with emails. You'll go over here to text templates. Makes writing out everything easier. So we've already got follow-up text. So we'll go back. Actually, I'll just create one for you. So to create one, it's very simple. What are you going to name this? We'll do test 1. But let's say you wanted to customize it for somebody. Like, here, actually do this. Let's say you want to say hello and then the lead's name, right? So you have hello and then prospect first name, prospect last name. Oh, it deleted my hello. So it'll say, hello, Cam Corlew. And then you can put, this is, oh, there we go. This is, and then if you want your name to pre-populate, you put this is your name, first name, last name from DT. Check this out. So one thing I mentioned earlier is we have a mobile app. So if you want to send somebody your mobile app, you can enter that Home Search Now app, and it'll actually send them a link to the Boomtown application that they can use on their phone. Right? So create that template. So once we've created all of those templates, for that, you'll come back over here to Smart Drip Plans. Back plan. Yep. So you'll name the plan, do everything that you did, and then let's say you wanted to start it out with some text. Do the test. So that'll send out immediately. Right? And then we can change the category. Let's say the second one, you want to send an email. You want to send that 2 days after you send that text. You'll come down here, put 2 days. And then you'll click your test one again. All right, or whichever one that you do. And you can build it out. Let's say after that, you want to call them. So you set a to-do. And so you set a to-do type, right? So you can set up a call. What do you want to talk about? Hey, did you get the app that I sent you? Have you been using it? Do you have any questions about how to use it? Right? So once we get done setting that up, you'll click Save Plan, and then it'll take you back to your Smart Drip plans, and you'll be able to see it right up here. So just to kind of show you all the different plans Boomtown has, these are all the different ones that Boomtown already has pre-built for everybody. So if you have somebody with a bad number, I showed you that one. Let's say you have a new lead. They're not responding to you. Pull this up, waits an hour, sends them an email. Hey, how you doing? Check this out. I can help you. Second one waits a day. You can see the frequency of all of them. And some of these factor in calling people, texting people. It'll tell you everything. But if you want to see how it all works, you just click the blue hyperlink and it pulls up the plan. Shows you exactly how they're going to work the plan for you. So really cool little feature that Boomtown has. Now,
can you on their drip plans, can you semi-custom what they already have? Like, oh no, I don't like that email. Don't send that email.
With the pre-built ones?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, you can't.
Oh.
Yeah, there's it says copy, and then you just customize and tweak it a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I thought you meant, can you go in and reword everything? You can if you copy and paste.
Like, essentially, you're building your own custom client, but with their template.
Yep, you can come in and change everything. Sorry. Cool down. It hates me right now. So you find that under marketing, smart drips, and then copy. And then you can also print it. So, and if there's stuff that you don't like, you can also click this button and it'll hide it from you.
Okay.
When you're doing, does it automatically add our email signature or, oh, really?
Yep. So, here, I'll show you. Nope.
Yeah, as long as you set all that up in the settings.
Yep. So it'll have agent first name, last name. And let me just put something on real quick and show you this.
I see how it shows,
So if you pull up email, it'll have it down here for you. So, and asking about where do you put the FSBO, you'll go to the profile for the lead, click the very middle button, email, it'll pull it up. You can name it whatever you want, attach files, insert listings. So if you want to send somebody a specific listing that you found, over here, click listing, and then type in the MLS number. You can insert the link, and it'll send it to them. Now I got to figure out how to get back. Send help. Why did I do this? Oh no. Well, hold on. Gotta log back in. There we go. All right. But yeah, you'll just click that and it already has everything pre-populated. If you want to change your email, you go over here to my profile. So you can change your email up there. And you can actually come down here and change your email settings too. So if you want to change that up, let's say you've got designations or anything, you can come in here, type, let's say you have your ABR designation, type ABR, you can type in whatever you want. And then click update info and it'll send it for you.
And then scroll up real quick too. I know we covered this on the onboarding, but everybody has their own subdomain already. So mine is hilariously zach.zachtaylorrealestate.com as well as Zach's. But you can update that first portion. John, I think you did a custom domain, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you can do that too. Like if you go to GoDaddy, if you want a custom URL, you don't like that, I totally understand. But GoDaddy is like $20 for a whole year. And you could do like Cameron Sells, MiddleTennessee.com. And when people type that, it goes to your Boomtown site.
And then also, one thing I'm about to show you, make sure you have this stuff in here because Boomtown actually keeps up with all the deals that you post. So you can highlight that to your customers and everything. There's a couple different ways. You go to My Deals, it'll pull up, and you can see it'll show you which ones you're missing out on. And you just come over here and claim it.
Yeah, if you keep .loop up to date, you can link those .loop files into Boomtown so it can keep track of your GCI, volume, everything in Boomtown under My Deals.
Yep. And then also, if you got your listings and you want to specifically boost an ad for one of your listings, You'll come to my listings, and only your listings will show up, but ours are showing up as a company. But let's say you want to run an ad on Facebook, click Boost Property. It'll pull you over to the second screen. You'll have to link your Facebook and social media accounts with it. It's a very easy thing. There's a button over here that'll say integrate. I think we already have this one. But you'll come in, put your card information, Boomtown builds the ad for you. Saves you a bunch of time, bunch of energy.
I think one of our agents did this, and they got, I don't know if they panned out so far, but it's a numbers game. They paid the $60, promote the listing, and they did get 4 leads. It's like $15 a lead. That's not terrible. It's just a volume play. Like, hey, I got 2 leads. I'm not satisfied. Well, maybe it just takes more, and then you'll get there.
But you can actually go through and I'll show you. Market Central.
This is essentially the same thing as what KV Core does too with the Boost. It looks like the exact same program.
Just wait till I show you what's about to happen. Okay. So you can automate your listings. You can call other agents in our office and say, hey, do you have a listing that I can advertise and run ads on it? You can automate sold listings. You can re-engage your leads. So let's say you want to create a new campaign. Pulls us over to here. And oh, it doesn't show on here. So KV Core actually owns Boomtown. So
they did do that last year, didn't they?
I was playing around on it yesterday, and it actually loaded up KV Core before it switched over to Boomtown. I was thinking it was going to do it here. But you can link everything, all your social media profiles, Facebook, Instagram. I think those are the only 2. I think they only link with Meta, maybe LinkedIn. I don't think they do TikTok yet. So, but you can come through here, get creative. You can write whatever you want to write, do whatever you want to do. Boomtown just takes it, makes it look pretty for you.
Quick question. You lost me at when you can claim transactions. Shows I got 85 unclaimed. When I go in, some of those are obviously from before I came, but I can still claim them. But if that if that client is not in our database, I have to enter them into our database, right? Okay.
Yep. And then you may have, hopefully not, but Boomtown may ask to see like, hey, the old files for it, just to verify that you did close it. Which I mean, it's linked with real tracks. They should know, but because you have to link your dot link with it as well.
Oddly, they asked for the close date because I just did this.
Yeah.
So you have to which I don't know if they verify if the close date was right or not, but I went and looked up every single close date for one.
You get that job.
You know, Boomtown is a very interesting company with that.
Cameron, I had a question. I'm sorry. So
yeah, go ahead.
You were just talking about the Boost thing. So that's like one thing that I haven't seen before when I've used it previously. So if you've got a listing, you just can make up. I'm sorry. Is it going to run ads on Facebook, or is it running ads to all leads in Boomtown?
It does your social media.
Okay.
So you'll need your business profile set up and everything on Facebook, and then you'll link that to Boomtown, and it'll make the post for you.
Okay.
And then you can actually write the description out. That'll write for you. Boomtown just makes it look nice.
And I understand when you basically plug all that in, and it gives you a preview of this is already going to get perfect.
Yes, ma'am. And then you set a budget as well. And then you can also direct target like
So you're just doing it through Boomtown instead of me using my Facebook Ads Manager.
Exactly. Okay. You can do either which one. You can actually hyperlink.
Is this one? Okay.
I was going to show you. You can actually go to your website. Let's say you just wanted to run an ad on your website, and you didn't want to do it through. Excuse me. What am I doing? Go down here to the very bottom of my website. Let's say you wanted to do it just straight through Meta, and you didn't want to involve Boomtown. You can just copy and paste that hyperlink into a post and run it as an ad, and it'll actually just boost everybody to this page. So they'll come here. Let's say they're like, oh, I can look at houses on Tiffany's website or Zach's website or whoever. Let's say I want to look at houses in Nashville. So they click Nashville. Oh, this is a cute little. I can't believe this is $1.15 million, but you know what? Hey, we're here, guys. So they start clicking through, and they're like, I got to enter my stuff. So enter their email, their phone number.
Ours is set up for forced registration. It's not. Okay.
Yep, it is. So it helps capture the lead information and everything. So, but they'll enter all their stuff in, and then it'll go straight to your database, and then you can call and text and whatever you want to do. You know this. It's all right. Oh man. All right.
Is there an advantage in doing it one way versus another in terms of cost or in terms of lead capture or anything like that?
Personally, I like running it straight through my social media and not involving Boomtown because you can track analytics on Facebook. But Boomtown, you can track analytics. I just don't know how detailed. So when I was on a team when I actually started, I've got 6 years of experience with Boomtown. They would track the analytics both ways, and they found a little bit better on social media. But I don't know if there's really one that's tried and true better. I think it both works. So.
Okay. Thank you.
So we'll go back to lead. I don't know what just happened. Lead Central. So I think that pretty much covers all the basics, boosting properties. Is there any questions that y'all have that y'all would like to know more about Boomtown that I haven't covered?
So you can't merge two duplicate. I'll just label one as trash instead.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So there really shouldn't be duplicate. Do they have a different phone number, different email address? Because that could be the case. They just use a different email address.
So what happens if I change it to the same one to other duplicate?
It won't let you do it.
Okay.
Boomtown has a feature in there where you can have duplicates. They can have, like, if let's say there's Zach Taylor Real Estate and let's say Tax Zaylor Real Estate, two different companies, one person registers here, one person registers here. You can have duplicates with separate companies, but not within the same company profile. So it protects you from your lead or your client registering in somebody else's database.
When someone opts out from all that, do we get emails or texts or anything? Like, do we know who opts out?
If you have your email notifications set up, you under your profile.
Yeah, I got an email telling me one of my buyers opted out of their home search emails.
That way you can feel the rejection loud and clear.
Yeah. You'll feel it loud and clear. You'll get an email that says this person hates you.
It's awesome.
Yeah, you're the worst realtor ever, and they never want to talk to you.
And does Boomtown automatically keep us compliant at that point by removing them from the email list? And how about texting?
Same thing.
Same thing. Okay, perfect.
They because they can get dinged if they don't stay compliant with it because they're the actual CRM company. So, because let's say you want to do a bulk action. Let's say you got 500 leads and you want to add them all to a drip. So let's say you want to add everybody. I'm not going to add 55,000 people, but you can go over here, click bulk action. It won't let me add a drip. Hold on. Oh, that's right. You can only do like 200 at a time per drip. So you click 50. Let's just do all on page. Click add drip. Select plan. Let's say you didn't filter to see if anybody's opted out of anything. Boomtown takes care of you on that. So you can go through and add everybody on here. Just the same, let's say you want to change the drip campaign and you want to pause the current drip campaign, you actually click pause. Or let's say everybody's paused and you want to resume, you can click resume. Come on. Perfect. And then you can also send a mass text. You can do up to 200 bulk texts a day. So you can text 4 pages of leads. It takes you about 2 minutes. Get that.
So
go ahead.
Sorry. You said you're going to show us how to do the Zillow face for solo owner.
Yeah. So you'll get the
because I was just going to do that with mass text.
Yeah. So you'll get that CSV, like I was telling you about, the Excel spreadsheet. You'll go over here, click support. You'll go to your help portal. And you'll just do a bulk import.
Where does that see that file?
CSV's an Excel spreadsheet.
Where is it? Or you will make your own?
You'll make your own. Yep. Yep. So you'll make your own. You'll enter your email and you'll go through that bulk import that I showed y'all earlier. And then it'll import all of them. And then you wait 24 to 48 hours. It'll come in, except they'll all have a qualified tag on it.
I would say, though, I'm going to throw an asterisk on there with FSBOs, with the new law that went in place July 1st.
I would not do that.
Yeah.
And it'll say text unsubscribe to unsubscribe.
Well, before I added them to the, are you just talking about the do not call or?
Yeah, the new like Tennessee local do not call list.
Yeah. So if I scrub that first, then it's okay to do. No.
All right, what's the new rule? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't fully understand. I looked at it.
So the new law that went into effect is heavily, I guess, targeted at the real estate industry. It disallows us from just shooting cold text messages to potential buyers or some people trying to sell their house for sale by owner, potential prospects. Like, let's say you canvass a whole neighborhood and you get all the phone numbers of every homeowner in that neighborhood. You cannot just send them a random text trying to get them to sell their property. Same with for sale by owners, expires, cancel.
You can't circle prospect and things like that.
You can circle prospect if you call. And you have
to. So the whole law is just about texting?
Yes.
Oh, I don't.
Yep. So, and it's very, okay. And so also when you call, part of that bill is you have to state your name, the company you work for, and the reason for your call. And it's within a very bizarre amount of time. It's like 20 seconds they give you. So your call really needs to consist of, hey, this is Cameron Corley from Zach Taylor Real Estate. I'm calling about your property that you have for sale by owner at this address. Or I'm calling about this property that just expired. So, I mean, you've got to get straight to the point immediately.
So calls are fine, texts are not.
Yep. Yeah.
Like periods, like don't even, like we're not even talking about 10. We're just don't even do it.
What if you legitimately have a buyer for a field?
Now, if you legitimately have a buyer for
Can
it,
you text them and say, "Hey, I have a buyer"?
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah.
yep, you can't just text it out of nowhere.
But like right now, she won't pick up the phone if you call her for nothing. All the she'll communicate through text. So I'm going to set up everything and eventually we'll go through text. But
Now,
I actually have buyer for her.
Yeah, if you actually have a buyer and you legitimately want to work a deal with them, yes, you're good to
So no
text it.
bait and switch.
No bait and switches.
That's totally. I think that's reasonable.
And just pivot too. Like, okay, maybe I need to send them a mail piece. Maybe I can get their email. Maybe I call. Maybe they have a Facebook account and I add them as a friend and try to message them.
Yeah.
Like there's always just pivot based on the new rule.
Because you get dinged and it's $2,000 per text message sent.
Just as a heads up, really good place to do that. LinkedIn.
Yeah.
You can also see why or do they hate agents? A lot of them write bad reviews for agents or give them kudos, or if they like agents, they gave them kudos had it passed, and then something hurt them. I did that with one of the couple $1 million ones in Franklin that me and Zach were looking at, and it was he likes agents. I don't see why he's selling this out by himself.
Yeah, the social media pivot's a really good one. Elizabeth, do you have a question?
Well, I was in regards to that law. I got a Boomtown. I got a lead, and right in the middle of the call, I see she unsubscribed. I said, "Oh, I apologize. I see you've unsubscribed."
I don't even bring it up. I just keep going.
Oh, okay. Cause like,
So
It's DoorDash.
So with the text law with Boomtown, if there's a company lead that registers, you can text them. Don't be scared. They have actually agreed to the terms and service for us to reach out to them. It's just a cold reach out. They've never said that you can text them, email, or anything. Just don't do it. It'll save you a headache in the back.
So it's not worth it to go to PropStream anymore, pull a list, send a bunch of texts. Yeah. Okay.
Let's say you pull a list of 1,000 names, and everybody turns you in. That's going to be a nice little $20 million fine.
So like
first. So it was the first this.
No, I'm going to
I mean, there's a ton of that's fine. Those like randoms were pretty.
I mean, hey, I'd love to buy your house. Hey, Charles, remember, I never heard back from you a month ago. I need buyer. So
I'm going to start calling you Charles.
next time we'd be like, hey, I don't know if you know this around.
Now, I would say with Boomtown, one thing we do internally, and I will throw this out there so everybody can log into Boomtown if you haven't already, is we do monitor who's actually logged in and who hasn't. There is probably, I would sadly say 40% of our office has never logged into Boomtown.
59% has never logged in.
Oh, we had those numbers backwards.
So we internally say if somebody hasn't logged in within 60 days with Boomtown, they're not going to get company leads because we just don't want them to go to a dead account that's never logged in. So please log in. And if it's a different area, that's okay. Like literally a great success story was 2 days ago, a closing with Kelsey Jackson, an agent in Knoxville, got a Boomtown lead and they were looking in Nashville. But instead of like, hey, it's out of my area, they called the lead, talked to them, then called Kelsey Jackson, our agent, and got a referral fee off that. Like our Knoxville agent made $1,600. Kelsey made a couple $1,000s, all from just working the system. We've also seen agents from different companies register as leads and say, hey, I want to join Zach Taylor Real Estate. If you send them the link to our calendar to register and we close them, you just made a $350 referral fee.
We pay you.
Like there's so much money in here and it's just being left on the table because people aren't logging in or calling.
So if you stay logged in, how does that report to y'all? Like I keep it logged in on my computer home all the time. Is it when I refresh or does it show? I'm just curious how that looks.
Let's see.
I say I'm never logged out, but
We pull up vitals. We can check name by name.
It would be easier if you go to agent accountability.
Agent accountability.
Hey, I don't know why I wasn't loading on the thing though.
It won't let me.
I have it pulled up. Hold on.
It won't let me do it on here. We had it pulled up a minute ago. There we go. Yeah. So we can actually see exactly how many days if you've never logged in.
hold on, I'm gonna refresh it. This is the ADD sign.
This
Show I
one
logged in
isn't.
again.
Oh, this one's not whatchamacallit.
If you have them on auto drip and you don't really need to look at it too much if it's working, does it count as when it sends something out?
Nope.
Shit.
You're like, I don't want to log into my Boomtown. I just want it to say that I'm logged in. Let me see.
Well, if you have it doing something.
What's really helpful for me too is this is the desktop version. It's very detailed. At a bare minimum, there is a Boomtown app you can download it. So at least you can create like, hey, it's my to-do list for today. These are the 3 people I need to call. And then on your phone, you can just hit call and then it starts ringing.
Oh, it calls from your phone, the app now?
So you can also text that way too, since the text message number through Boomtown versus your cell phone is different. I'm trying to keep on that so it can be easier than it locks on your phone.
Yeah.
So what you were talking about, Zach, you'll just prospecting. Will you just add people, like search them for them on Facebook? What were you talking about? And then
message them through Facebook.
Yeah. And then if you're like prospecting around the neighborhood, or how would
just pivot based on where the house is located. So I'm just figuring out what are my different touch points that are legally allowed. Yeah. So is that door knocking because it doesn't say no soliciting. Okay, now I can door knock. I can find everybody on Facebook for free. Maybe there's an email somewhere listed and I start emailing them. So you just pivot your approach.
You just can't like
text.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't just like automate your communication with prospects anymore.
Correct.
Without consent.
Yeah, without consent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like if you're just scraping the internet for information and then auto like mass doing whatever, that's what they're trying to avoid.
Does that apply to those healthcare people with NAR that text?
It does. So it applies to any business. It's more targeted towards real estate agents, but the bill itself actually applies to all businesses. Like even for us, like we did a bunch of cold reach outs with text messages last year and up to July 1st. We have to be really careful as to what we send agents now. Like I can't just be like, hey, we're hiring, we're $99 a month, $299 a deal. What's stopping you from joining? I can't do that anymore. So I have to say, hey, I want to connect and learn more about it. You know, so it's just a pivot. Like, how do you pivot around it? So, yes, ma'am.
If we have done business with someone in a different capacity, like we have a midterm rental business, so can I contact them and say, hey, this is Katie, you stayed with me at this property. I was just touching base to see how things went with your property search or whatever.
Previous business dealings are covered.
Okay.
Yep. So you're all fine. So if it's a past client or somebody that you've sold something else to, like if you've had previous dealings with this person, you're fine. But if you've never met them, never talked to them, never approached them, don't send them a random cold text. Could be very
expensive. If I get mine from LinkedIn, and if we are connected on LinkedIn, that's what I was thinking.
Any social media, even if you're not connected on LinkedIn or friends on Facebook, like there was nothing in that bill about social media. It's a 6-page bill. I read it like 5 times and I found a workaround because I was like, it says nothing about social media.
Could you post that in the Facebook group if you haven't already?
Yeah. Stephanie Jones just posted it.
Yeah, we should reshare it.
We can share it. Yeah.
We can do that.
What about I think when I first signed up with Boomtown, I generated a phone number. Is that a number unique just to myself then?
Yes.
My profile? Okay.
Yep. So everybody has their own personal, or their own Boomtown number per se. You can find that profile. There's your Boomtown number.
So if I wanted people to call me through that,
they can.
It goes to your phone.
You just need the app downloaded on your phone. Just download the Boomtown app, and they can actually call this Boomtown number, and it connects to your phone.
So I can separate. Yeah, it's like I have 2. Okay.
If you could add that to like your contact card or your phone, and say like your business number and then your personal cell phone number, and just tell them to save it, and then just I used to tell people when I came to the team, I would just tell people like, hey, when I was there, this is I have 2 numbers. I have a business number and I have a personal cell, so please save both of them. Because sometimes people will be like very confused.
And if you do that, when you call them from that number, it's less likely to show up as possible spam.
Yeah.
If it's already saved in your phone, it's a business number.
And the cool part is Boomtown has caller ID, so it's not just a random person calling you. So you'll actually get a name and it'll show Boomtown at the end of their name.
So I'll just take my personal number.
Yep, you can do that. Just run straight off your Boomtown number. But you do need a call routing number. You will need to keep your. But yeah, you can take your personal number off your card and just plug your Boomtown number in.
If for some reason, you left Zach Taylor and they go and call that business number, it doesn't go to you anymore at all.
Nope. And if you were to ever leave Zach Taylor, we have a test account that we throw all those leads into. Nobody gets your leads.
Yep, trash them.
Yep, they get trashed. Well, they don't get trashed. They get sent to an account that nobody logs into except for me.
Oh, no, I actually trashed them when I went to account too, and I sent it to myself.
Oh, yeah, you label it as trash. Yeah. So, yep, everything gets trashed. Nobody gets your leads.
Yeah.
I
go into real estate, and I'm like, all these leads.
I think they're on the only team, the only brokers that probably.
You don't have to worry about yelling every in my life.
So, anybody else have any more questions?
Why would you leave Zach Taylor real?
That's a phenomenal question.
I'm new, so I can say that, right?
Can you say that to the camera, Tom?
Why would you leave Zach Taylor real?
Love it.
Another thing that's cool.
Even better. Text it out.
The buyer searches or whatever, and I know you're saying like slipping at the buyer and the property search because it automatically sets it up for active coming soon, whatever. You can also do seller. So I used to do it where every time I closed a buyer on a home, I would change them over to a seller thing, and then it set it up for their neighborhood just to send them updates however often I wanted. Just like, hey, here's the homes that sold in your neighborhood.
Do you manually have to set up that homes in your neighborhood?
So it's just like doing the home search for buyers.
Yeah.
So you can draw a map, you can put in the neighborhood.
But you do it manually.
But you do have to do, yeah. So that was part of my like, hey, after closing thing. And then it made it, if I dropped the ball, and I mean, there's several times that, but like drop the ball and keep in touch with somebody, I would still have people like, I love that you send me that. So like I look at it all the time. And I'm like, sweet. I'm so glad.
Yep. And you'll just change it to like, hey, here's the neighborhoods in your area, and just put similar stuff to their house, and then active, and then you'll check all of these.
Yeah. Or something like that, yeah.
Yep, and it does market update, like you said.
Basically, it's just a level up, but it's nice because you can call them. It's nice because sometimes I get phone calls going, oh God, I can't believe that home sold for so much. Did it really sell for that much? Can I? Because it's just a difference of like you can set it up for when it's coming on the market, when it's on, when it closes, all that, and then they would be like, can I get that much for mine? I'm like, yeah, maybe. Go for it, you know. So that's an easy one.
Question, and this might be a really long answer.
No, you're fine. What you got?
So I send out like a template. At my old team, I would send out I had a template email that it had Airbnb listings on it that I'd send out every week. I tried to do the same thing in Boomtown, but it said it was too long. And in my old CRM, you could see who was clicking, when they were opening it. Is that like a MailChimp newsletter type thing I need to do instead of?
That's a
very good question.
I had follow-up bots.
Oh, they don't have it.
I had follow-up bots.
So to let you know, yes, if they open an email, it'll show email and it'll say open or not open. So it'll show you who's clicking it, who's looking at it. They'll also show you how many times they click it. It may be one of those where you have to do it as 2 templates. The list may be too long. Cut it in half, and you. It
said it was too long.
Yeah. So you may just have to add.
Can I combine 2 templates and send it as one email? Because I don't want to send 2 emails.
No. You would send 2 files, so you can attach multiple files to it.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, you just attach file, and then you can attach multiple files if you want to attach 3, 4, however many.
Maybe we could offline afterwards. I can show you.
Cool. Yeah, that works.
Because can you bulk email a template then?
Yes,
okay. And they don't see each other.
No, they won't. It won't show like you just sent this email to 1,000 people. No, it'll just show the individual. Well, we're stuck. I'm up there. Send help.
Just don't text them.
Any more questions, guys? Any on Zoom?
Zoom is all good. I've been typing away answering.
Perfect. If y'all need anything, have questions about this, reach out to us anytime. We're free for you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.